أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد فأعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Welcome back to our program MTA Kids Time, which is being brought to you by MTA International Gambia Studio. And in this, as I said from the beginning, we are discussing on the life history of prophets mentioned in the Holy Quran. By the grace of Allah the Almighty, in this episode again, we will try to discuss on another prophet, which I believe we will know as the program starts. In our last episode, we were discussing on the life history of Prophet Salih alayhi salam in the Holy Quran. So please stay with us and enjoy. Today also we will continue. As our tradition demands, always we start the program with the recitation from the Holy Quran. So can we have the recitation from the Holy Quran by Brother Ibrahim Kasama? Please give us the recitation. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. كذبت قوم لوط المرسلين إذ قال لهم أخوهم لوط ألا تتقون إني لكم رسول أمين فاتقوا الله وأطيعون.
Thank you very much for that recitation. Can we have the translation, please, by Sister Khadija Fofana?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Surely I am unto you a messenger, faithful to my trust. So fear Allah and obey me.
Thank you very much. We all heard the recitation from Brother Ibrahim and the translation from Sister Khadija. As we said, the Holy Quran has made all doubt clear to us regarding these prophets. Prophets of Allah are always pure and they always have the same message. And the message is obey me and fear Allah the Almighty. It is only through obeying the chosen servant of Allah, that is the prophets, that is the only time you can able to claim to be someone who fear God. And this is why the prophet said, fear Allah and obey me. But then the Holy Quran has made it very clear. كَذَّبَتْ قَوْمُ لُوطٍ الْمُرْسَلِينَ. The people of Lut also rejected their messengers. They completely rejected. And we all know the repercussion of rejecting a prophet is always divine punishment. And this is why I've always remind you that prophets of Allah always face trial and tribulation by their people, from their people. They are always rejected and they are always persecuted because of the message that they brought from Allah. So Lut also was not an exception. And we have heard, he said, obey me and fear Allah. That was the message, but the people rejected. So let's see, according to the Holy Quran made it very clear, Lut was also a prophet of Allah who was knowledgeable and who was granted wisdom, because the Holy Quran says وَلُوتًا آتَيْنَا حُكْمًا وَعِلْمًا وَنَجَّيْنَاهُ مِنَ الْقَرْيَةِ الَّتِي كَانَتْ تَعْمَلُ الْخَبَائِثَ إِنَّهُمْ كَانُوا قَوْمَ سَوْءٍ فَاسِقِينَ. He said, unto Lut we gave wisdom and knowledge, and we saved him from the city which practiced abomination. They were indeed a wicked and rebellious people. He was safe from this society, a society where an abomination is being practiced. And what is this abomination? Surely we are going to know what kind of abomination Allah the Almighty is talking about. And he said, from here it's very clear he was granted wisdom and was granted knowledge. And to all prophets, this gift and this favor is being granted to them. And that is only true that they will be able to convey the message to the corners of the earth. Because the Holy Quran says, Udu ila sabili rabbika bil hikmah wal mau'izatil hasana. He said, call in the name of your Lord, or in the way of your Lord, with hikmah and wisdom and good manner and good way of preaching. So you cannot preach to people without having wisdom. You cannot teach people if you are not having the knowledge. And this is why all prophets are granted this naturally. They are gifted with knowledge and they are gifted with wisdom. And this is stated also regarding Hazrat Musa alayhi salatu wasalam. وَلَمَّا بَلَغَ سُدَّهُ آتَيْنَا حُكْمًا وَعِلْمًا. When he reaches the maturity, Allah says we granted him knowledge and wisdom. So now, this was Hazrat Lut alayhi salam. And we learn from the Holy Quran also, Hazrat Lut was related to Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam. They all came at the same time. But before, he was a follower of Hazrat Ibrahim, and it is in fact narrated he traveled with Hazrat Ibrahim when Hazrat Ibrahim was migrating from Egypt to Canaan. Hazrat Lut alayhi salam accompanied him in this journey. But later on, he was also made a prophet of Allah. And also, we learn that Hazrat Lut alayhi salam was also a nephew to Hazrat Ibrahim alayhi salam. So they are related. And this is why in the later part, we found out that very interesting incident occurred. How the punishment of Allah sees the people of Lut. Because he constantly and fervently warned his people that you should fear Allah and obey me and avoid practicing your evil action you are doing. And what is the evil action? He told them, أَتَأْتُونَ الذُّكْرَانَ مِنَ الْعَالَمِينَ وَتَذَرُونَ مَا خَلَقَ لَكُمْ رَبُّكُمْ مِنْ أَزْوَاجِكُمْ بَلْ أَنْتُمْ قَوْمٌ عَادُونَ. He told them, do you of all creatures come to males and leave your wives when your Lord has created for you? Nay, you are people who transgress all limits. Because this was the evil action they were practicing. Every people of the prophets have their own shortcomings and evil action that they practice. And for Lot, his people, the biggest evil that they practice was that male marrying a male. That is what they call in today's modern world gay. So they leave their wives, instead follow men, man to man, woman to woman. That was very evil. And he told them very clearly, why are you doing this? Allah the Almighty has created a pair for you. He has created women for you to marry. Instead, you leave them and you go and you are following men. This is the greatest sin that you can ever commit. But they insist, they pay no heed, and they continue practicing this evil action. And eventually he warned them, if you do not stop, indeed, the punishment of Allah is going to come to you. They did not pay heed. And we found out that Allah the Almighty eventually punished them after them rejecting the message that Lut brought to them. And what was the punishment? وَأَمْتَرْنَا عَلَيْهِمْ مَطَرًا فَسَاءَ مَطَرُ الْمُنْذَرِينَ. Allah the Almighty says, and we rain upon them a rain, and evil was the rain that descended upon those who were warned. That was the punishment. We say for the people of Salih, they were punished because the Holy Quran says, وَأَمَا ثَمُودُ فَأُهْلِكُوا بِالتَّاكِيَةِ. For the people of Thamud, they were destroyed with a violent blast. That is a very strong wind. And we say the people of Nuh, they were punished with also a very heavy flood that lasted for a long number of days. And eventually all those who reject him were caused to drown. And again here, the people of Lut, Allah the Almighty made it very clear, their punishment was that of a very heavy rain, and they were completely destroyed. So we just reflect back, there was a time when the punishment was coming. Allah the Almighty sent messengers to Hazrat Ibrahim. As we said, he was the senior prophet at the time. So the message came to him first. So when the message came to him, normally at that time, when you have strangers, you welcome them, you try to do the best of your ability to welcome them. So that time, the best welcome you can give to a stranger is by slaughtering an animal, the like of ram for them. So Hazrat Ibrahim a.s. did the same thing to those messengers that were sent by Allah the Almighty to bring the punishment to the people of Lut. So when they came, he did that, they refused to eat the meat. So he was surprised and he was feared. Maybe I have committed something wrong. Maybe I have gone against the etiquette of hospitality. And this is the reason why these people are not eating the meat. So he was feared, he was scared, you understand? So these messengers realized that Hazrat Ibrahim is not happy. So they tried to remove the anxiety in his face. They told him that we do not reject, we do not refrain from eating your meat, the meat you prepare for us, but it is our mission that prevents us to do so. Don't think that you have committed sin. So that's where Hazrat Ibrahim has realized these people are on a very big mission. And the mission was to come and save Lut because the punishment of Allah is coming. So this, in brief, was the system of those people who were the followers of, who were the people of Lut. They refused and they continue practicing evil, and eventually the punishment of Allah, the Almighty, descended upon them. So I believe we have get a gist of understanding on the life history of Prophet Lut. So if you have any comment or question or any contribution, you are highly welcome before the time, because we have few minutes to go. Yes, can we hear from Sister Mama? Can you give us something? You have a question or you have a comment?
I have a question.
Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Did the people of Lut rejected him?
Of course, that's what we said here. They completely rejected him. All of them completely rejected him. Only few eventually follow him. So when they rejected him, they were punished. Understand? And this is what happened to all prophets. Thank you. And any, yes, can we hear from Majula?
I have a comment.
Okay.
We've learned that all prophets are granted with knowledge and wisdom.
That is a very important topic or very important point that I expect all of you to know. The hallmark and the favor of all prophets is what? They are granted wisdom and knowledge. And this is true that they are able to convey the message to the people. And this is true that they are able to deal with the people. Yes, Muhammad Tahir, you are raising your hand. Do you have anything? Please.
I have a question.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What is their sin?
That is the people of Lut, right? So, like I said in the Holy Quran, their biggest sin was what Lut told them. Ata'atuna dhukurana min al-alamin wa tadharuna ma khalaqa lakum rabbukum min azwajikum. Will you prefer male over your wives? So that was the greatest sin they were practicing. Instead of marrying a woman, they will marry the same sex, the same gender, that is male to male. You understand? So that was the greatest evil that these people were practicing. And Lut wanted them to stop this because it's an evil, but they refused. And eventually they were punished. And also, just to clarify this, like these people, these messengers who came to Hazrat Ibrahim a.s. with the news of the punishment of the people of Lut, it is very clear. Some people think that they are angels, but they cannot be angels. Because even what they say what prevents us from eating the meat is because of our mission. They did not say it's because of we are angels. If hadn't been their angel, they would have told Ibrahim, we do not eat meat because we are not human beings. But their response was because our mission. So just to clarify on that. I believe this is what time allowed us, and inshallah we will continue discussing on the life history of the prophets from the Holy Quran. We will, by the grace of Allah the Almighty, in our next episode, we will talk about Prophet Shu'aibu alayhi salam and the rest. Thank you for your time and thank you for the interaction that we have. I believe you understand a lot. Until we come on your way here in MTA International Gambia Studio. So viewers, this is what time allowed us. We have come to the end of the program. I was your host Said Samba. So as I said, we are discussing on the life history of the prophets that are mentioned in the Holy Quran. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.